The king, the four queens, and the final footprint in the snow. Once, in a distant land, there lived a mighty king named Alaric. He ruled over a vast kingdom, commanded powerful armies, and possessed endless wealth. But beyond all of that, the king had four queens. He adored his fourth queen, Isolde, above all. She was radiant, youthful, and vibrant. He gave her the finest clothes, the rarest jewels, the grandest palace, anything she desired. She was his pride and joy, the jewel of his heart. His third queen, Helena, was captivating and elegant. The king admired her wit and beauty. She often accompanied him in public events, dazzling the eyes of all who beheld her. She was loved, admired, but also distant. His second queen, Selene, was wise and loyal. She had stood by him through every political storm, counseled him in times of doubt, and never wavered in her devotion. She was his confidant, his anchor. And then there was his first queen, Liana, the queen he had married in his youth, long before the riches and the power. Time had faded her beauty, and the king had long since neglected her. She lived quietly, almost forgotten, in the far wing of the palace. But no one, not even kings, can escape time. King Alaric fell ill. The royal physicians gave him no hope. "My king," they said, "your days are numbered. Let go of your crown. Withdraw from this world. Seek peace while there is still time." The king was not afraid to leave the throne, but he was afraid of going alone. And so he went to his beloved fourth queen, Isolde. "My dearest," he said softly, "I must renounce the world and retreat into the forest to live my final days in silence and prayer. Will you come with me?" Isolde stared at him coldly. "You may go wherever you please, my king, but I will not follow. This palace is my home." The king's heart sank. The one he had loved the most refused without hesitation. Still holding hope, he turned to his third queen, Helena. "I love you deeply," he said. "Come with me. Let us leave this world behind together." Helena laughed. "Are you mad? I will remarry and continue my life here. Why should I waste my youth in the forest with a dying man?" The king turned away, wounded once again. He walked slowly to his second queen, Selene, the one who had guided him with wisdom. "My queen," he said, "you have always supported me. Will you stay with me until the end?" Selene smiled sadly. "My king, I love you, and I always have. But I cannot go with you. I will make sure your funeral is held with all the honor and grace you deserve. But beyond that, I cannot follow." The king felt his world collapse. The ones he had cherished would not walk with him beyond the edge of life. As he left in despair, a quiet voice called from behind. "I will go with you, my king." He turned. It was Liana, the first queen, the one he had neglected the most. She stood humbly, with no jewels, no fine clothes, only sincerity in her eyes. You will come with me?" the king whispered, ashamed. "Yes," she said gently. "I will follow you anywhere, through the forest, to the very end." Tears welled in the king's eyes. The queen he had forgotten was the only one who would not forget him. And so, the king left his palace, his crown, and his kingdom, with only Liana by his side. They wandered deep into the forest, where the trees whispered old truths, and the wind carried silence older than time. There, King Alaric met a wandering saint, a wise man known across the lands for his deep insight. The king bowed before him and shared the story of his life, his rise, his riches, his regrets. The saint listened and smiled softly. "You may have ruled the world," he said, "but you forgot to rule within. When we ignore the soul, we crown emptiness." The saint invited the king to walk with him. They climbed a snowy mountain far above the forest. The snow was pure and deep. The saint walked slowly, his footprints pressing into the white. The king followed, watching the marks left behind. Then suddenly, the saint stopped. "What do you see?" he asked. The king looked down. "A footprint," he said. "And it stops here." "Yes," the saint said. "One day, every soul leaves behind a final footprint, the last mark. After that, nothing follows. No crown, no palace, no lover, no army." "Then what remains?" asked the king. The saint looked up at the sky. "Only what you gave to others. Only love. Only the soul." The wind howled gently around them, but the words remained still, etched in time. This story isn't just about a king and his queens, or a saint and his snowy path. It's about you, me, all of us. Each of the king's 4 queens represents something in our own lives. The 4th queen is our body, the one we spend so much time on. We pamper it, clothe it, admire it. But when we die, it won't go with us. It stays behind. The 3rd queen is our possessions, our homes, cars, clothes, titles. They don't follow us. They become someone else's. The 2nd queen is our family and friends, those who love us most and whom we love deeply. But even they can only walk with us as far as our funeral. And the 1st queen, the one we forget, is our soul. It is the only one who walks with us beyond this life. But we neglect it, because it came to us for free. We chase bodies, wealth, status, but forget the quiet voice inside. We feed the flesh, decorate the shell, but we starve the soul. And one day, when we need it most, we may find it fragile, weak, unheard, because we silenced it for too long. Ask yourself now, what does my soul want? Am I truly happy or just distracted? Do I live with meaning or just momentum? True motivation, peace, and clarity come not from achievement, but from alignment. When your life and your soul walk in the same direction, you don't have to run anymore, because life is not about chasing. It is about returning to stillness, to love, to what truly matters. In the end, you too will leave a final footprint in the snow. Make sure when that moment comes, you do not regret what followed you, but what you chose to walk with. Thank you for listening to the entire story. And if you found this story meaningful and inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to hear more stories like this. Also, leave a positive comment to give me motivation to create even more engaging and heartfelt videos.